Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. And in case you're new here, I am Sandra. So I am so happy to be coming to you guys again with a new wreath tutorial. I want to say, for those who are watching, my uploads are going to be a little backed up because my video editing app is just being all wonky. So I've tried out a couple. I finally found one that I was able to figure out and get the bumblebee wreath uploaded. So I'm hoping that this one will just go as smooth as the bumblebee wreath was, but I still had to find the app and all that other stuff. But anyways, no excuses. I'm just letting you know that is what is happening when there's a delay. But I'm still in here creating. That's the thing. I've got all this content that I'm just dying to get to you guys, and it's taken a moment. But we are still going to press forward. We're going to do that lemon wreath that I was talking about, and we're actually going to do it a little bit different than I had originally planned. So I had originally planned, and let me grab it, to use this wreath frame right here. But the more and more I thought about it, I was like, you know, this sign is just way too big. In my opinion, it was just way too big. Or I'm sorry, the sign was way too big, the wreath frame was way too small. So I was racking my brain about how we were gonna do this. And we're gonna go ahead and use an 18-inch wreath frame from the dollar store. We're going to use some ribbon because we're gonna wrap this frame with ribbon. And then we're gonna use some greenery right here. We're gonna spruce it up with some flowers right here. So it's gonna be kind of farmhouse inspired. That's what it's going to be. And then we are going to use limes and lemons because this is what came in the pack from the Dollar Tree. So that is what we're going to do. I'm super excited because I have not done a wreath like this where I just wrap the frame, although it does make total sense. It's just something that I haven't done. So I expect this to go relatively easy. Knock on wood. But that is what we're going to do today. So this is still going to be super fun. And we have nothing left to do but to go ahead and get started. And let's get that camera pointed down. All right, as you can see, we've got the materials set right here. And I want to show you, let me make sure I have my garbage close by. I want to show you which wreath frame it is. Now, I know a lot of people say, you know, they don't have all of these different wreath frame sizes at their local Dollar Tree. And I totally know that because I don't have some of the cool stuff. When you guys are like, oh, they had this at my Dollar Tree, I'm like, what? They don't have that here. I am so jealous. So don't worry. It's just the size of the lemon, the sign, the reason why I had to do this. But if you're just like wanting to like do some of these cute little lemons, go with the smaller wreath frame by all means, do that. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap this frame with ribbon. Now this is just like, your typical plaid fabric ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and wrap all the way around. I chose this ribbon because I was thinking like yellow goes really cute with black and white, farmhouse, just trying to stay on that, that kind of path is the word that I'm thinking of right now. But we're going to go ahead and do this. And there's no, believe me, there is absolutely no really like plan to this. We're just going to kind of wing it. Again, this is just something that I'm like, maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. But, oh, you know what? I should get, so we're just going to go from there. Like I said, this is the first time I've glued any kind of ribbon to this wreath, to a wreath frame. So if you are like full of tips and like, hey, that's not how you do it, pass it on down to me and let me know, because I would love to know if there's a faster, better, cooler way to do this. So I'm just putting some glue right here on the wreath frame. That is it. I am not going to glue every single piece down. I'm just going to be totally honest. I'm gonna kind of wrap it around just so it has like a place to hold onto, and I'll show you what I mean on the other side. My glue gun is kind of attached right now, so I don't have too much give. So I just put glue on the top and bottom frame. That's all I did, or, you know, wire. So that's what I'm doing, letting this cool. So see how right here I gave it like a little lip? It's because I'm gonna glue that down right here to make it more secure. All right, there we go. Kind of get that down there. And for the most part, we're just gonna start wrapping this. I'm excited to see how this is gonna turn out. I know a lot of wreaths I've seen are done, they do a lot with burlap. I do have some coffee bean sacks out in the garage that I might cut up and eventually use in this same manner. And I think that would be super cute. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it when I do that. Okay, so obviously this is just, you know, I'm not going to cut the ribbon, although I might, you know, if this gets super annoying, having to hold it, you know, wind it through the center like that. And I'm just going to go kind of far down, you know, around here. You can wrap this as tight and as loose as you want. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple real fast. And this will kind of, you know, bubble. It's not going to be perfect. So I want you to understand that. At least mine is not. But if it's not, it's okay, because you know what? You're really not going to see this wreath frame. I'm sorry, the checkered part too much, because like I said, we're going to add greenery. We're going to add some stuff on top. So don't get bent out of shape if you're like, it's starting to kind of, you know, I say bubble, but you know, kind of like not be super smooth is what I mean. Don't worry about that. That's just how this stuff works. It all can't be perfect. Okay, now that I'm coming to my first crossbar, I'm gonna go ahead and glue right here. I don't wanna go the whole way around without gluing, but I just wanted to wait till we got to this section to add some glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and still gonna kind of pull it tight. Oh, you know what? I am all backwards right here. Like I said, my glue gun is attached to this cord that's on the floor, and I didn't bring an extension one, and I kind of don't want to leave yet to grab one. So, all right, so I'm just gonna add some glue right there, and then just pull this over like so, and then just kind of hold it tight for a moment. So I put the glue on the crossbar, let that cool, kind of pressing the ribbon into that. It's not super hot. All right, we're going to continue on, and then of course once we get to the other crossbar, we're going to do this again. Now, I'm a perfectionist in a lot of ways, but I'll tell you what, right now, this is not one of those moments. So my wraps are not perfectly spaced out. There are some people that are very good at that kind of stuff, and I am super envious, but mine are not perfect. So if you find yourself in the same position and you're gonna be like, is it gonna matter? I'll show you in just a few when we get done with this, how much it matters. So oh, meow, meow. He's my oldest cat. He's, oh my gosh, he's 8. Yeah, he's 8. Yeah, meow, meow. He is called Meow Meow because he is very vocal. And so he is not happy about the dog. So, well, he wasn't happy about cats either, but yeah, he's annoyed. So he's been letting me know very much how annoyed he is. Okay, so I came to the other crossbar, and we're gonna go ahead and, again, pull this ribbon kind of tight, you know, and then don't use your finger if you are using your finger without the little silicone tips don't use it right away. Just kind of wait till it cools just a little bit right here. And then I'm going to continue on. Again, I'm telling you, you know, I have one heck of an imagination. I like to fantasize and like dream up like all of these things, you know, and I always hope that they work out, you know, the way they are in my head. And I have to say, when it comes to wreath making, I have been pleasantly surprised more than once on how these wreaths come out that I'm like, will it come out that way? But maybe I just see it in a different light. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I'm always like super happy about how things are coming out. So I'm like, yay, look at that. Maybe I'm just easily entertained or something, or easily amused. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull that tight again. Kind of rest it right there. Not too shabby so far. Okay, and I still have to come up with a wreath pricing tutorial, or not tutorial, but just video. All right, I am liking this. And then I have this greenery, it's more like on a vine, the greenery that I'm going to use. It was given to me, so I'm curious to like how this is going to look on the wreath, since I usually just use stems. So I'm curious. I don't think it'll be too much of a difference. Do you see Meow Meow? There's Meow Meow. I think he just might want to say hi, and I think you guys have all seen him before. Let's see. Come here, Meow Meow. No. He's like, absolutely not. He's my tabby, who is the cutest kitty bitty ever. He's my Meow Meow. He's my cat dog. He's the one. No. We don't get on tables. We know that. He's the one that I'm actually able to take outside on a leash, because he actually craves grass. He loves it. And I am terrified to have outdoor cats. I live on Main Street, right smack in the middle of town, like on the main drag. And so I'm terrified of something happening to him. Oh, he's giving me bumps. So yeah, so he gets walked on a leash. And it took years to train him, or for him to finally accept that it's a good thing, because he gets to go outside. And all right, we are almost done. Oh, I missed that crossbar. So let me actually go back and grab that crossbar. Oh. All right, he's bored. Hopefully you guys aren't, because we're just getting to the good stuff. All right, this is coming along really nice. I'm really liking this. And with this one, obviously, because we're wrapping it, we don't have to do any kind of a backing on it. This is going to be cool. We might end up doing a few of these, this style. Who knows? But this is definitely coming out how I want it. Now, just if I can get that greenery to happen. Now, you can use, with this, you can use everything from the Dollar Tree. This does not have to be an expensive wreath whatsoever. I do have some flowers that I purchased at Michael's. Of course, I purchased them when they were like 50% off. So this is still going to be a very, very budget-friendly wreath, which I'm super excited about. And I know, again, Mother's Day is coming up. I know a lot of people want to get some cute gifts for their mom. This would be a really cute one. Who doesn't like a wreath to hang on their door, or even keep it up inside all year long? Okay. Ta-da. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it, because I don't need, my hand is really starting to like get bothered by that. because I think I had like a death grip on this side. All right, there we go. Because I am pulling it pretty tight when I go around. And I don't think at this moment, at this very moment, we are going to do a bow, but that may or may not change. All right, so, oh, look at that. Look at this little tail, it's cute. Oh my goodness, that wasn't even planned. Let me just say, that wasn't even planned. But wouldn't that look cute? Wouldn't that be a cute? Oh, meow, I know. Okay, we're gonna try that out. Let me just, he thinks it looks cute too. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over and then take this and glue it right here. All right, I'm gonna pull that tight. I'm pulling it down like this because I want that to really be adhered to this. Okay. There we go. All right. See, no, I'll do something. I'll probably do, I'll just do a really cute rope piece. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag it up to the back. We're gonna go ahead and cut that and then glue it down. I'm gonna save that piece. I don't like to throw away ribbon. I like to save every little piece. Okay. There we go. All right, perfect. Kind of let that do its thing. Cut this back just a little bit more so you don't see it peeking over the wreath. All right. Get these corners. All right, that didn't take long at all. And because I wrapped it so tight, it is now not completely flat. That's flat. See that? So that's what happened. Okay, now here is, it's a big mess pile right now, but here is, I had it somewhat untangled, one of the vines that we're going to be using. So I'm just going to wrap multiple, there we go, at least I got one right now. So this is what I have. This was gifted to me, so that's why we were using this. I want to take this and then just kind of wrap it around, but I want to do it like a couple of times. So if you're at the dollar store and you see these, you can grab a couple of them, and then, you know, obviously depending on the wreath frame that you got will depend on how many you'll need. I don't want to make this so thick to where you cannot see. This is like all over me. I don't want to make it so thick like the greenery to where you can't see the buffalo plaid behind it. I just want it to kind of, you know, be a little statement piece. So right now we're just going to work with one, but we may go ahead and do two. And I'm just going to kind of cut that down just a little bit. All, you know, any of the excess, there's like a couple of stems that don't even have a leaf on it. So I'm going to cut those off just so they're not sticking up on there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just, you know, I'm gonna try to keep it as centered as possible, but if not, no biggie. All right. And I'm not gonna glue in every single spot again. You know, I'm not gonna wait too far, you know, to glue because I don't want it to just kind of have a mind of its own and then move around too much. So just little, you know, little dabs here and there. Okay, this is trying to grab everything. And see, it's kind of an airy green piece. I know if you go to Michael's, they have some really beautiful ones that are really full. I'm kind of glad that this is like, you know, where you can still see the ribbon below it. Okay. This is gonna be so cute. I might actually keep this one. I might actually put this in my kitchen. And some of these wreaths, or I'm sorry, some of these leaves are trying to have it, have a mind of its own by laying in a different direction. All right, sorry about the lull. Again, I had to concentrate on this one. So I'm trying to keep this leaf flat right there. All right. And I only want to, I'm only going to say this because I'm pretty familiar with the Dollar Tree, but I want to say that she probably got this from the Dollar Tree because when I look at the feel of the texture, you know, when you shop at the Dollar Tree, and like I do, you kind of know what products or florals come from there for the most part. You can just tell. And I want to say that this came from the Dollar Tree. So you might be able to still find this there. I don't know. She just gave me this the other day. So I would check. All right. Too cute so far. I'm really liking this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little dab underneath that one. And I think, again, this is something else that, you know, I wouldn't say like a little kid could do, but definitely someone, you know, in the double digits could do. And this would be, again, a very budget friendly thing to do. And I don't know about you, but I love handmade gifts. They're my favorite because I'm like, I can always go out and like, you know, get whatever. But I'm like, when somebody takes the time to like think about me, think about what I would like and all of that stuff, it just means the world to me. So, okay. There we go. I'm going to go ahead, once I get this just one strand around, I'm going to, I think I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, lay my stuff on here that I actually want to put on and see how it looks, because I actually love the wispiness of it, of just the light greenery. Meaning that there's not a whole bunch of it, because we're still going to add flowers. Oh my goodness, I know. Do you see him? I know, Nanya. I know. And so because Meow Meow doesn't like the dog, he's been kind of hanging out elsewhere. So he and I, Meow Meow and I, have not gotten to hang out in a while. I mean, he does, but he comes down, but still. Not like we used to. We aren't BFFs anymore. All right. Last little piece. Okay. And then I'm going to pull it back so you guys can see how this looks. All right. You know, I see a little raised piece right here. I know, yeah. Oh my goodness. Love animals. And I truly do. I can't wait to have a farm someday. All right. Okay, so there we go. Kind of, oh, look at that. See how the little wispiness of it all? And in case you're wondering, here, let me give you guys a close-up. If you're like, oh, I want that leaf. So it's just these little soft petals that make this up. Because like I said, we're going to go around with some flowers. Oh, look at that. And the reason, and I did pick flowers that have a little bit of green in it because we're going to be using limes. So I don't want it to be like bright yellow and then people are like, where did the limes come in? So that's what I'm working on. So we're going to do this. I'm not sure how many flowers we're going to need in this project. I do have one bunch of these like greenish, whitish, pretty little tulips that I got, again, from Michael's on sale. So I'm just going to cut the tag off. And then here are these fabulous, okay, I like to pull the leaves all the way up to the flower and then, you know, readjust as needed, but right before I cut them. So this is what I do. So this, I pull them all apart like this. This is what I do because I use those fabulous scissors that everybody loves. And then I just go snip, snip. And then once you have them off, you can, you know, cut to the desired length, and then use them, not use them, but at least you have cut flowers right here. So these are cut. These are again from Michael's. This bunch of flowers that I got on sale. And these are all about $1.99 to begin with. So in case you're like, you know what, I don't know if they're on sale, but I'd love them. They're about $1.99. And if they're not on sale, then you get to use a coupon. Okay. Ba-bam. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I always think of that when I think of lemons. All right. Again, I have 4 different flowers right here. I might use just a little bit of each one. So I don't even know if I'm going to use every single one of like these flowers. I think that again would be too much because that's why we're not using all this greenery. And plus the reason why I don't want to use all the greenery is that the flowers have their own little leaves on here. So I wanted to incorporate those. And then we're going to go one more time. Now these are from the Dollar Tree. These are called Aster, A-S-T-E-R is what it says on the tag. So in case you're like, that's what it says. And they're the perfect like yellow, greenish kind of white color. So, all right. Bam. Now, time to, okay, first I want to put my sign on here. This little sign I got from, did I say, no. Oh, this came from like one of the bargain stores here in town. So I'm like, why doesn't it have a tag that I recognize? So, you know, it's spring / summer. So you can find lemon signs almost anywhere. So we're going to use this one. What does it say? So fresh and so clean. How cute. Okay. So we're going to do this. I didn't even know what it said. I saw it. It was discounted. I bought it. So we're going to glue that here. And so I'm just going to kind of lay that there. And then like I said, I like to work with, do a little bit of prep. For the most part, I do this, but not all the time. So I'm going to bend my flowers kind of like this. So when they're laid on the wreath, and I really don't think I'm going to cut the stems. So when I lay them down, the flowers will pop. See how they're at this angle, like in a little bit of an L shape? So when I lay my flower like this, the flower will pop up. So that's what I'm going to do. And I don't want to have too much of a pattern because I just want it to look just super cute and just like splashed on there. Okay. I know you guys were like, what are you doing? Show us. There you go. I just realized that you guys couldn't even see what I was doing. All right. Then, okay. Like I said, I'm not going to cut, for the most part, I'm not going to cut these stems because I actually kind of like a little bit more of like the viney look. It adds to the vine. All right, like I said, I don't want too much of a pattern, so I'm not gonna use the same flowers, you know. we go. The tulip. And then maybe this big green one. Okay, put that right there on top. Then that. And then maybe one more of the green. I like it. I think it looks cute. Now, let me just see if I can keep this in that same position. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to... Oh, I know, meow, meow. I know, meow, meow. Oh, those are his baby cries. He has like several different cries, and if you're a pet owner, cat owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So now it's time to add this. Okay. Kind of hold that in place for a minute. I will, once we are done, go back and adhere more glue underneath. All right. Now for this one, I'm going to trim it because this is extra long. I'm going to try to keep my original formation. All right. This is right around the time where I wish I had one of those glue pots where the glue, like, it's just like a gob of glue that's already heated and you just have to dip. I bet a lot of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but if not, y'all need to look that up. It basically looks like a mini electric skillet, and that you would use to cook with, and you just put glue sticks like this in there, and then it just melts, and it's a big pot of glue. And you just take your stem, swirl it in there, bring it up, ba-bam. You've got hot glue, and lots of it at the swipe of a finger. Okay, that's cute. Okay, I 1000% need to change this. This is gonna drive me crazy. So I had it over there because I was actually charging my phone on this extension cord one right here. But now we are done. Let's readjust. Okay, so this is gonna go in there. He's not going to stop. I know, kitty bitty. And the dog is taking a nap. So he's like, let's be best friends for right now. All right. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to, as best as I can, line this stem up with the leaf stem that is around. So I'm trying to put them parallel next to each other, if at all possible. It is not 100% possible to do this in every little section, but that's okay. I'm okay with this. Just in this one little section. And I'm putting a little bit too much glue right here. So I think this is where one of the lemons is gonna go, because I don't want like you to be able to look at this wreath and go, what's with all that glue right there? All right. So now, like I said, we're just gonna kind of go around. There we go. Super cute. Oh, I just picked a, oh, my gosh. I thought I was moving flowers out of the way and I was actually picking them off my wreath. Okay. So I still have them for the most part in the formation that I wanted. And I've curved the stems to kind of form to the vine that's already on here. All right. What do you all think so far? You guys are so good about leaving comments that I'm curious. And what other kind of wreath should we do that is like this with a wrap? I'm trying to think of something to do with those burlap sacks that I have out there. Like what I should do. I know there's so many ideas. I guess because I'm so focused on this one, I'm just like can't even think of it right now for what to do. Oh, I am really beyond excited. I know I can't tell, but I'm like I said, in my brain, I have jumped up and down like 20 times already. 20. All right. These cute little... So with the tulips, I'm just going to kind of pop them up a little bit. I'm not going to make them stand straight out. So I'm just going to kind of pop them up a little bit. Still curve the stem. All right. Oop. Okay. This cat. Oop. I'm going to have to make time to just hug him and squeeze him and love him. He's like, yes, exactly. That's what I've been crying for. All right. I was just thinking I do have some of those little bumblebees left from when I did my bumblebee wreath. I'm like, wouldn't that be cute if there was like 1 or 2 in here? So I totally think I'm going to do that. That is happening. Just because I think it's cute. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and tuck this one in there. It's kind of too long. All right, and so on Sundays, I watch nothing but cooking shows. It's just like this one morning a while ago, I woke up and I was up super early. First of all, I love cooking shows. Let me back up even further than that. I absolutely love cooking shows. And one morning I got up and it, obviously not obviously, but there was nothing on for me to watch. So I just went to the Food Network channel and obviously it was Sunday and the Pioneer Woman was on and she was just cooking delicious food after delicious food after delicious food. I was obsessed. And so now I actually forced myself to wake up super early in the morning. And I say super early. I tried to make sure that I'm up at 6, but it doesn't always happen. Sometimes I sleep until 7, which I know some people are like, ooh, you animal. But I sleep until 7, but I come downstairs and I watch cooking shows and I leave it on the cooking channel all day long. They can change it. If anybody wants to change the channel, they're more than welcome to do it. I'm just one of those people who loves to have the cooking channel on. And so, it's on in the background. I can hear it. And, all right, I'm just going through the back and just like filling this back section, like this down in the hair with lots of glue. But anyways, I can hear the cooking shows on in the background. Okay, there's lots of glue up there. Okay, that has got some glue on it. Oh my gosh. Seriously, how cute is this? I will tell you, okay. So I can already feel like, so I want it to kind of go like this, okay? So I want this to kind of be at an angle. For those people, I've learned my lesson. So if you want it to go at a certain angle and the wreath is something like this, a thin wreath, when I go to put the hangy thing in there, I'm gonna have to find the crossbar, which is right here, probably. I don't want it right there, but you will actually have to put like a small hook or, you know, wire right here, because it will try to, you know, obviously gravity, it'll try to pull this down to the very bottom. If you want it to stay up here, you will have to be very firm about installing your hook. You're not going to be able to just like put it on there, like just wrap it around like this, because it'll drag all the way back this way if you don't really attach it exactly the way that you want it to go, because this will fall to the center. So that, I just want to give you guys that heads up, because I did that with a Christmas wreath and I was super bummed because it, like this, it had writing on it and it was not meant to go down. It's kind of meant to go at the side. So I have this here. Now we're going to start. Oh my, I'm telling you. Too stinking cute. Now I'm going to have to, you know, add more glue once, because this is, you know, an odd shape. I'm going to have to kind of go underneath here, kind of add the glue right there. Add some glue right there. And if you really want to make sure that your things like are really on here, I love E6000 for any kind of craft. It's my go-to glue when I'm making things, because to me, it works better than any kind of super glue or anything like that. It does take time to set. So, you know, you can use super glue and then go to the E6000. Okay, just making sure it's on there. Now, I might not even need my limes. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use my limes. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cute. I love this. Hands down. I don't think I'm going to get rid of this because something's on the clean. It's kind of ironic, right? Oh, look at that. Battery low. But yeah, there's a little dirty on the cleaning part. Anyways, okay, and then I think I'm going to do one more lemon right there. Cover that baby up with glue. Now I feel like I'm like, man, I wish I had one more lemon. I could always put a bow there. I know, I hear the baby meows. I could put a bow there. Oh, this cat. I think I'm going to put a bow there. I hear you, Yao Yao. Okay, we are going to use the roll from the Dollar Tree, and this is, we're going to do a burlap ribbon. This is what we're going to use. We're going to do the most simple bow. Okay. So what I'm doing, let me bring the camera up. So I'm not even going to get my bow dabber out. So what I'm going to do is fold it like this, fold it like that. Okay, I know this kind of looks. Then fold it like that. Here, that's what it's going to look like. And then you're going to take this, and then just pinch it down. See that? That's so cute. That's how we're going to do the bow. Okay, I'm going to show you all again. Okay. I just want to mark my spots. Okay, so you're going to take a thing of ribbon, okay? This is the bow part, so you're going to flap it down like this. Kind of like one of those, you know, things like that. Fold it. See where the cross is? You're going to meet that in the center, and then you're just going to pinch together. Okay? Like that. I'll show you how we're going to keep that like that in just a second. I just want to make sure my bow's good. All right, now I'm gonna grab some, oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab, I know, Meow. I'm just gonna grab some of this. This is just regular old string. We're gonna tie that center. So I'm gonna point the camera down so you guys can see. Oh my goodness, Meow, I know. So I'm gonna lay my bow like that. Then we're just gonna tie it. All right. Just gonna double knot it. This is in the back. Bam. How easy was that? Okay, now I'm still gonna make, I don't think I'm gonna make the cute little duck ones, but I'm gonna even these out. Like, you know, like the little fancy tails. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Maybe I will. Change my mind. Oh, yeah, it needed that. Now it looks fancy. Okay, that's gonna go where this little gap is. I was like, man, I wish I had another lemon. So that's gonna be the top. Yep. All right. Sold. I'm keeping this. Bottom line, I'm keeping this. This is too dang cute. I'll make another one to take to my shop and sell, but I'm keeping this one. Ugh. Now, you could also use the black and white checkered. I just wanted to kind of break that up with this little burlappy jute color ribbon. Oh my God, y'all. Can I say I'm in love again? So this is my top that. I love it. Oh my gosh. And you know what's so crazy is that because this is so beautiful, something like this in a store would probably cost you, I don't know. I've seen stuff like this go for like, you know, $30, which is what I would charge if somewhere along those lines, depending on, and again, I'll do a wreath pricing video. In my opinion, it is not law, in my opinion. But, you know, I would charge something along those lines. I would make sure that I had every single, let me just give you a little like glance at how I do pricing. So I price out every single material. I do not use the sale prices because you are not always going to get that item on sale. If it's a regular sale though, that like, you know, that they have all the time, then yeah, but just be aware that if you have to purchase that and it's not on sale and you have to then sell it, you're gonna be losing money because you're going to be using the sale price and you didn't pay the sale price. So that's why I don't like to use sale prices. You know, when you go to price out your items, just again, because sometimes we hit these fabulous sales, but it doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. So make sure that you have every single item priced. Yes, you can even do this with your ribbon. You can take your ribbon, you know, take the price, divide it into the length of it, and then when you go to make a wreath or whatever, measure out the lengths that you're going to use. And yes, every little bow has a price. That is how you measure ribbon. Same goes for, okay, that packet of bees. You know, if it was $10, you know, and there were, you know, or if it was $10 and then there are 100 bees, you know, you do the math, and then how many bees did you use? Yes, your bees have a price. So you need to like literally break it down to the penny, especially if you're like, I see a lot of people that want to get into business, but they're like, how much should I charge for this? And I'm like, you don't know how much it costs to make that? Because if that is the case, then you're never going to make any money, because you should never be asking, how much should you charge when you, let me just say this, when you are already selling and, trying to start a business, because you should at least know what you paid for every single thing that goes on your wreath. 1000%. Do that. Then double it. Double the price that it costs to make your wreath. Double the price for how much, for everything, for what this is. Double it. Because that is how you make a profit. Don't just, okay, this is how much the wreath cost, and then I'll charge a couple of dollars extra. You will never get anywhere with that. Because you first have to take into account your time. Be paid for your time. So I always make a wreath, double the price of what it costs to make it. Because that's how you make a profit, and that's how you're able to continue to buy more materials to make more wreaths. I would double it and then add on a little bit of, like, give yourself a wage, you know, and it doesn't have to be too much. It could be like, you know, $3 an hour, whatever. Figure out what I like to do is take what the minimum wage is and then kind of break that down. So that's how I kind of get my wage. But give yourself a wage, because your time is definitely money. So that's how I price a wreath. And then we'll get more into that later on. But these can be pricey, and it's super cute. I love it. I love. I'm just checking the glue on this under piece, because I don't think I did this side. But yes, we just did this on a budget. And also, when you guys are making a wreath and you're like, I don't think it's worth so much. Do you know that all of the studying you had to do to learn how to make that wreath, not everybody can make a wreath. Hands down, not everybody can. You have to take into account your knowledge. Your knowledge is worth something, just like for anything else, you know, and I'm not even going to try to compare it to, like, you know, these higher professions, because I know some people will be like, oh, wreath making is nothing like XYZ. But knowledge is power. Knowledge, applied knowledge, not knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power and worth something in any shape, way, or form is how I believe it, because it takes effort. It takes all of those things to actually go out and want to learn these things. So make sure that you are giving yourself an hourly wage, because you are working hard to do these things. You guys are watching these videos. You guys are studying. You guys are, you know, making mistakes, and mistakes are good, but you guys are, you know, doing the trial and error. You guys are doing all of that to come up with one wreath that somebody can buy. So remember, your time is worth money. So always make sure, even if you want to discount a wreath, make sure that you've got at least your pay, which is not discountable. I don't care if that's not a word. We don't discount our time. So look at this. I love it. What do y'all think? So cute. I'm glad we didn't add limes. So that was definitely one of my all-time favorite wreaths out of all of the wreaths, like the deco mesh and all that other stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, this one has my heart. I love it. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I know I said it was going to be fast. We don't do things fast here. So just an FYI. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys found it refreshing. Oh, lemons refreshing, get it? But I hope you guys really enjoyed it, because this is a different way that we can use wreath frames, ribbons, flowers, all of that stuff. And again, dollar store. You know, that you guys can do this on a budget and still come up with something so incredibly amazing. And I think anybody would be super excited to get something like this as a gift, especially if they're into like that farmhouse, shabby chic kind of deal. I am personally keeping this because that is what my house is. So I'm definitely keeping this. But yeah, another technique, again, and we just winged it because I really didn't have a plan, which is how it, again, is always the best way, because then you're never disappointed, which is a fabulous thing on so many levels. But thank you again for watching. I so appreciate you guys just watching these tutorials, commenting, liking, subscribing, all the things that you guys are doing. Thank you so much, because right now I'm just in a room talking to myself. But when you guys are commenting back and, you know, liking the video, I feel like we're connecting and that this video actually has a purpose. So yes, thank you. And then of course, make sure that you are subscribed. If you're like, how do I make sure that I'm subscribed? I have a link in the description box below. There is, you know, just like I said, there is a link. Just click on the link. Make sure that that thumbs up is also clicked on. That's the like button. I'm thinking of Facebook, but you'll hit the subscribe, and then it'll like have a checkbox if you're subscribed. And then of course, if you found this super amazing, you can share this video with your friends. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, all right. Well, I will see you guys again, hopefully very soon. I'm going to start getting to work on this editing right now. So I will see you guys again, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Talk to you guys later.